Mas se cair mais uma vez eu desisto, velho.
Claro. Nem papa morreu, velho. Isso aqui.
Books are penned by people.
Ah, tá.
All they can do is show what the author was thinking. Everyone's mind is different, so every book on a given topic will give a
Ah, sei lá,
different
vou passar no
account.
deserto e aproveitar e pegar
I
ele.
apologize that we could not help in a more substantial capacity.
Your help thus far is quite ample. Liyue is a vast and rich land. All things that existed here in the past have left their trace. So long as we do not abandon our search, it is sure to bear fruit eventually. Thank
Ah,
you
beleza,
all.
desnomei
We
ele.
will continue our investigation
Acho que esse
elsewhere.
cavalo já nomei faz mó tempo.
Hold up. I had a question too. Shinshu,
Ah, é só ir pro parte do
could you
deserto.
tell me what kind of
Tá,
food you like?
beleza.
Food? Oh no. You're not thinking of taking part in the Masterful Chefs, are you?
Yeah, I totally am.
Nossa, tá tão bonito.
What's wrong? You look like you've just seen a ghost.
Xiangling, this is a major event. I beg you, please don't cook anything strange for this competition.
What do you mean strange?
Mushroom slime stew, to give one example.
Okay, fair enough. That dish isn't my most popular. But that's why I'm doing all this research, so I can create
Beleza,
some
meu amigo
really
ficou até
special
onde
dishes
com
to
essa
win
máquina?
everyone over.
Well, in that case, I like
Como
cold
ainda tá
food.
funcionando?
That's because you can't handle hot
Ah,
and
não, é que os caras
spicy,
se
right?
fizeram, os caras se destruíram.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
My tastes are on the mild side. I prefer gentle dishes with minimal seasoning. Soups and stews, vegetables and broth, seafood or
Nicholas.
freshwater fish, either
Você,
boiled or
você tinha
steamed.
achado alface, não tinha?
These kinds of dishes I
Na,
am
no
most
servidor lá?
partial to.
Sim.
É.
No surprises from
Mas
the
é
good
como
luck geek.
você achou, tipo, como
Okay,
que era?
another
Ah não,
mile
eu
to
achei
go.
no...
These are just personal
Como é que
preferences.
é? Eu achei no barco
Everyone's are quite
abandonado.
different.
Ah, tá.
Are you sure this eclectic mix of opinions will be of any use?
Of course. You're my customers, and putting a smile on customers' faces is my calling as a chef.
Though
Você
Xiangling's
dando
market
demais, calma,
research
deixa eu
blade
fechar uma
stabs
coisa aqui,
often
Edu.
into the dark, her heart never strays from the noble path.
If anyone can win hearts and minds with their cooking, it's gotta be someone like Xiangling. She's got pure intentions and really cares about the customers. No, where's all this praise coming from? Knock it off, guys. You're embarrassing me. Sorry for holding you all up. That's all I needed to know. Shall we carry on with the investigation now? Over to you, Cooking. Where to next?
So we've learned the Stove God allegedly made an appearance at the Guili Assembly. But today that place is largely a wasteland with few traces of human activity. Longshu Inn is close by, so let's stop off there on the way over and see what we can find out.
Forgive us, for this is where we must part ways. May your journey be a smooth one.
Yes, best of luck. If you run into any difficulties, come and find us. We'll be only too glad to help.
Let's go! Next stop, Wangshu Inn!
Nossa. É isso aí, real? Mano, deixa eu ver. Tá, porra! Caraca!
O que aconteceu?
Mano, você já viu a avaliação do Genshin na Play Store?
Ah, sim, mano. Tá todo mundo hiteando. Aí os caras tão tipo botando avaliação baixa. É como uma espécie de revolução, porque
Who are all these people?
né, eles chegaram a
Paimon to introduce
bloquear o
Xiangling.
negócio. Aparentemente já deram uma. Já deram uma relevada
Of the Chishing?
lá nos bloqueios lá do Discord, Reddit, etc. Mas ainda deve estar um pouco.
Ah, não tá com 2,1 de estrelas.
It's not that. It's. I
Meu
mean,
Deus, eu nunca vi uma tão
I'm just your
baixa.
typical
2,1,
common.
caraca, subiu.
I've never met someone as high up as the
2,1.
Yuhang
Tá,
before
na última
in my
vez
whole
que eu
life.
vi tava 1.9. Acho que o mais baixo que chegou foi 1.8.
Powerful hands and honest eyes. This guy must be a really great chef.
So, is there something I can help you with? You've come a long way out to end up at Wangshu Inn.
Let me fill you in.
Oh, okay. I see.
Legends claim that the stove god once appeared at the Guili Assembly. As Wangshu Inn is the oldest extant building in this area, any historical texts from around these parts are likely to have ended up here. Is there a room in this inn for storing books? And if there is, do any of them mention the stove god?
Well, now that you mention it, we do have a fair few ancient texts here. I remember looking through
Agora
an old
sobre o
recipe book once.
2.2.
I just need to remember where they're all stored. If you are happy to wait here for a few minutes, I'll go have a look right away. Oh, traveler, there's something
Nossa,
I
os
need
caras
to discuss
tão.
with you.
What is it? We need to pay
Os
up
caras
or
tão.
something?
What?
Mas será que eles vão
I
ligar?
wouldn't take your money. We're all friends here. I just
Você acha
wanted
que
to
eles vão
ask
ligar?
if you had the time to make a
O
satisfying
Amiroio?
salad for me.
Ah, já tá cagando no começo, eu acho que eles vão continuar cagando.
Então,
até
né?
eu espero que eles vejam. Porque no
O-
começo eles eram
mas
mal de boa, eram
chegou,
mal
é.
gente legal.
Mais efetivo mesmo era parar de jogar. Esse é o mais efetivo.
Não, então, é que o jogo é bom, ninguém vai parar de jogar assim do nada. Tipo, tem um povo que começou a parar de jogar, mas eu acho que é temporário. É só chegar a atualização de Sumeru, ou que é o novo continente, que vai todo mundo voltar. Porque também tá todo mundo hypado, é onde que vai ter o Arconte de Dendro. Vai aparecer o primeiro personagem de Dendro, que já é pra ter aparecido faz tempo.
Yeah, guy who hangs out on the
Oh,
roof
yeah.
terrace, you know? Good looking fella, not too tall.
Don't you think he can hear you?
Oh, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. Anyway, you know who I mean. The boss
Pega
told me to
outro
take care of
sofá.
him, but this guy, let me tell you, he is one tough nut to crack. He usually turns his nose up at everything that isn't almond tofu. But the boss tells me you once made him a satisfying salad, and it all went down so well. So, I was thinking, could you teach me how to make it too? That way,
Deixa
I'll
eu
have something else in my
aqui,
arsenal.
cavalo. Espero que você não.
Oh,
não-
so this is for show! You guys really look after him, huh?
Well, that's life, right? You gotta look out for your own people.
Fora, agora ficar. Pelo monte de
All
kelp,
right,
um
then.
monte
Wait
mesmo.
right here. I'll be just 1 minute.
Clock is ticking! 59, 58.
Sorry for the trouble, traveler. Okay.
Here you are.
Thank you ever so much.
While Kuching's reading her book, let's make that satisfying salad. Xiangling, what are you gonna do? I'd love to come watch too, but I don't want to get in the way, so I'll just stay here with Kuching. Okay, shall we go then?
Go ahead and
Essa
get
foi
started.
não
I'll
tem
just
uma-
watch from over
Já
here.
tô no deserto.
I
já
only
era.
need to watch you make it once to have it committed to memory.
That should do it.
All right, thanks for that. I think I've got it now.
You got all the steps down, right?
Of course. Don't forget, I am the best chef around these parts.
Let's go see what Kuching and Xiangling are up to. Kuching, Xiangling, we're back!
You finished cooking? Good timing. We finished our reading too.
And? Useful? Or no?
Useful. There is a passage concerning the stove god, and it's not what we were expecting. I quote, 60 miles to the northwest is the Guili Assembly. Many were settled there, where they hunted in groups, farmed the land,
Tranquilo.
and made their living from what the soil yielded. When the stove god descended, one god became many, all of which were the height of children, as does a star when it descends into
Beterraba
the
do
world.
mar.
So the stove god went out among the common folk and taught them to create fire. With fire, the
Oxi.
people at last learned to make hot food, and they dined on rice congee and cooked meat thereafter. This is a
Devia ter
radically
roubado o
different
mar,
account
meu.
from the
Não
one
pega esse
given in
negócio.
demystifying the legends of Liyue, and also a
Não
conflicting one.
pega. Eu não sei,
One
velho.
god became many. Does that mean
Ah,
there was
consegui.
more than
Mas só
one
saiu do
stove
tempo
god?
normal.
Taking the text at face value,
Okay.
that is what it says.
Went out among the common folk and taught them to create fire. So did the stove god really go and teach people how to cook firsthand?
Now that's a god who truly cared for their people.
Acho que tá bom.
So we've got two leads, but they contradict each other. How do we know which one to believe?
By continuing our investigation and reserving judgment for now. Thank you for this text, Yanxiao.
It's my pleasure, really. Think nothing of it. If anything, I should be thanking the traveler. Listen, you've helped me an awful lot. Not just today, but in the past, too. I want to make it up to you properly, and as it happens, things are pretty quiet here today. So, I'd like to take the chance to treat you all. What do you say? Will you stay for a meal?
Wow, he sure sounds confident in his cooking. I like that. Confidence is one of the best ingredients a chef can have. I really want to try his cooking. I say we take him up on his offer.
It's hard to refuse a generous offer like that. Yes, I think we can fit this in. Yanxiao, we await your culinary creations with great
Mas tá
anticipation.
bom. Peguei até bastante.
I won't
Foda. Ah,
disappoint.
tá. Meu cavalo ainda tá ali, ainda bem. Beleza, quem tá me batendo? Vamos embora, cavalo.
Eu tô olhando os bagulho desse evento, eu tenho quase certeza que daria pra resolver tudo se fosse no Zhongli, velho.
Ó. Meu Deus, os caras vão matar meu cavalo. Meu Deus,
Cadê?
escrita. Cadê a casa? Ah tá, achei. Tá lá. Deixa eu parar. Eu mando mensagem.
Everybody, please be seated.
You think you own the place?
I'll sit here with Boba.
Só querendo nascer daí, só querendo nascer de quem
Here we are. That's everything you ordered.
poder.
It all smells amazing. I think I've met my fellow finalist.
Eu tô indo, só querendo nascer.
Strange. I never would guess that such a gifted chef worked here. This inn isn't particularly known for its food.
Everyone likes a good meal, whether they're staying the night or just stopping by for a bite. We call it an inn, but the fact is it's much more than that. We have to cater to all aspects of daily life to make this a true home away from home. Please enjoy your meal at your leisure. I should get back to work now.
Yanxiao, are you taking part in this year's Masterful Chefs?
Huh? You too?
Yup, I've signed up already, and I've got my eyes on the prize. Your cooking's delicious, Yanxiao. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the final.
Huh. Interesting. All right. I'll see you there.
What was that? Some kind of power move?
No, it seemed more sportsmanlike than that.
Yup, he's a really talented chef. His food was excellent, and it showed he has a level-headed personality. That's the kind of chef that could be a match for me. I haven't had any competitive cooking experience since my cook-off with Brooke in Springvale. You're too kind. Roba, what are you doing?
Ah tá, já achei o túnel que os caras fizeram.
Globa's eating the...
Those were Kuchings. How could you steal them while she wasn't looking?
Só seguir reto. Aí chega então.
my golden shrimp balls.
Ontem não me deixou cortar com. Beleza, tem muito monstro
You
aqui.
ate every last one? Roba, we've been through this. When we're with friends, you gotta be on your best behavior, okay? I'm so sorry, Kuching. I promise I'll make it up to you. What's the big deal? We can just get another plate. After all, it's Yanxiao's treat today. It's not the same, though. The moment's gone. Sure, you can eat something else, but you can never go back and change the feeling of despair as your food is snatched away from right under your nose. The dining experience is a trinity of emotion, food, and atmosphere,
to say, now that you mention it. That is a very accurate appraisal of the situation.
I'm gonna make it up to you, Kaching. Is there anything you want to eat? Anything at all. Whatever it is, I'll make it for you.
I don't have high hopes for this. But equally, I can't let her feeling guilty. Okay, I'll let her do this for me. If you insist, there is one dish that perhaps you could try making for me. It's an old recipe from my grandfather's notes.
No problem. May I see it?
I'll get it to you when we're back in Liyue Harbor.
Meu Deus, que susto! Eu só ia sair pela porta que tinha um Creeper do lado. Sai, Creeper. Cadê você?
Traveler, have you finished eating?
Mano,
Before we do anything else,
Como você
let's head
procura?
back to Liyue Harbor. I need to fetch something.
vem cá, Creeper. Eu te vi, mano. Kelp se cozinha com fogo ou lava? Foda, na hora do teste.
Tem.
Acho que é fogo ou lava, deixa eu ver se
I need to go home to fetch my grandfather's notes. Let's meet at Wanman Restaurant later.
Acho que é lava, bem
I'll go get
provável.
everything ready. Traveler, what
tá,
about
o-
you? Are you gonna
Tá,
do
pelo
your
visto
own
na
thing for a
verdade é
while,
fogo.
or do you want to come in and have a seat?
I actually have
É
something to
lava,
discuss
não
with
faz...
him.
mas tudo bem.
You go ahead. We'll join you later.
Okay, gotcha.
Traveler, come here for a moment. I need your advice on something. What do I need to do to get along with Xiangling?
Seriously? That's what's stressing you out?
What's so strange about it? Why are you looking at me like that?
You're super smart, and you're always so sure of yourself. Paimon thought
Não,
you'd
cavalo,
never
você vai
need
tomar
advice from anyone about anything.
cavalos, você vai morrer.
Well, that's just ridiculous. Xiangling's always so warm and friendly with me.
Tá olhando pra mim
This
aqui,
time
cavalo.
especially. And now she's desperate to do me a favor. So, is that supposed to mean... we're friends already? I'm just not used to dealing with people who are so warm right from the get-go. How exactly am I supposed to respond to that?
Tá, deixa eu preparar o que eu preciso. Preciso fazer esteira. Nossa, mas é muito pouco o que faz. Tudo bem. A gente tá bom já, com certeza. Tá, preciso de ferro.
Oh,
Foda.
okay.
Nossa, é muito chato isso, né?
Noted. Thank you, Traveler. I'll see you again shortly.
Tá. Other site. Beleza, não tá aqui do lado.
What's making
Other
Kaching so
site.
self-conscious?
Coisa de.
Paimon thought
Ah, vou levar os
nobody would be able to
lá
get
de
under her
Cobblestone.
skin.
Vertical gearbox. Gearbox. Peraí, meu amigo já fez um design funnel, aí sim. Isso já ajuda. Olha, eu preciso fora. Um design
Hey, we're here!
madeira.
Hey, grab a seat.
Madeira.
I'm just running through my
Yeah, it's
ingredients to
like
see what I'm missing. Oh, we're gonna do this now? What is it? This is your idea! Why you gotta dump it on Paimon? Ugh.
Tá o que eu
Okay,
preciso.
so back at Longshu Inn, we
Tá.
noticed you and
Preciso de
Kaching were
um-
getting along pretty well.
Tá,
So
vou
you
botar
really
dois.
like hanging out with her, huh?
Ah, preciso de lava.
Yep. Kaching's good-natured
Claro.
and easy to be around. The kind of person everyone wants to know, right? You're a
Tá.
braver person
Deixa eu
than
fazer com
Paimon.
ele.
The first time we met Kaching, Paimon found her pretty
Eu vou fazer o
intimidating.
ferro.
You think so?
Meu
I
Deus,
remember
Cavalo,
thinking
pode-
straight away that she was really easy to get along with. Didn't you see her sneaking treats to Goba back at Wangshu Inn? Yeah, she's great. We know that now. We're just talking about first impressions. First impressions? Oh, okay. Hey, have you guys eaten grilled shellfish before? They can be hard to crack at first, but they taste amazing that way. We've eaten shellfish before, but I don't think we've ever tried eating them grilled. Oh, you're missing out. I'll grill some for you another
Nicholas,
time.
Oi.
But
tá
anyway,
tendo personagem
Kaching's
limitado?
like
Não
a
tô
shellfish.
entendendo, mano.
Maybe a
Como
little
assim?
closed off at first, But once
Isso
you
é
get to know her,
isso
she's got a
mesmo, tô
soft and
entendendo.
squishy side too.
O que é essa daqui?
Quem?
Tem personagem nova?
Ah, sim, tem a Kokumi.
Ah, deve ser ela.
Ok.
Ah,
É uma espécie de sereia.
É isso.
É, a Kokumi.
Ela é limitada ou não?
É banner, é de banner.
Não.
Not
Então,
to mention that
só
even
pode
after
pegar
her
nesse banner,
favorite food
então.
was
É
stolen away,
basicamente
she was still
um
happy
dos
looking after
piores
Clover.
personagens
I'm
lançados do
really
jogo.
grateful for that.
Até as vendas
You make
mostram
a
isso.
good point. You
É a-
know,
foi, a, foi o banner que fez a pior venda possível.
spot on. Is that why she took a liking to
O
cooking so
cavalo.
quickly?
Tipo, o povo tá torcendo pra que ela receba um buff, pelo menos. Porque tá triste.
And we still
Por
got
quê?
some ham
Ela
and
é
mushrooms.
ruim.
Porque ela tem menos
Wonder what
sente crítico
Kitchen's recipe is gonna be.
de, acho que taxa crítica, se não me
That
engano.
noise.
E, eita,
What's
caralho.
going on?
E a ult dela, ela te obriga a manter a personagem em campo. Você não pode trocar. E ela é uma healer, ruim pra caramba. E o único motivo de ela estar no jogo, vamos dizer assim, tipo, de eles terem lançado o banner dela, foi por causa do novo abismo. Que basicamente tem um bagulho chamado corrosão, que é basicamente sangramento.
Ah, tá.
É pro povo abandonar o escudo pra botar healer.
What the?
Nossa.
Né?
Ah, it's the ladybird.
Excuse me. One shall not be addressed in such a manner.
Retentora de novo.
One shall be known as Adeptus.
Tá, tô
Whose
com umas
name,
matérias
should
prontas.
you care to mention it,
Só
is
precisa
Cloud
de
Retainer.
lava agora.
Cloud retainer.
Deixa eu cavalo
That
dentro da
does
casa
sound like an
mesmo.
Adeptus name.
Só pra
Well
saber.
spoken.
Ah, pode só por causa
One
do
shall
cavalo
let
aqui
this
agora.
young lady's enlightened words atone for
Foda.
the
Onde eu vou
ignorant
achar
ones
lava?
of her friend.
Quer dizer, é fácil,
A
mas
while it
foda.
has indeed been, traveler. Does one surmise correctly that you hastened hither to partake in the Moon Chase Festival?
Beleza, eu caí no buraco.
Ah, so even the illustrious traveler has been summoned to attend the Moon Chase Festival. As expected, this year's theme stands proud against the test of public scrutiny.
The theme? You mean Feast of the Bounteous Land?
The very same. Moon Chase Festival falls during the season when many cooking ingredients are ripe. Hence, it is a fitting time to enjoy the finest of foods. One noticed the relative pomp and ceremony with which this year's affairs are being conducted, and could not abide to stand idly by. Let it be known that one's culinary proficiency and ingenuity is uncontested in all the world. Thus does one now appear in this realm, that those who inhabit it might witness one's latest creation, a supreme cuisine machine.
A supreme cuisine what? What's a supreme cuisine machine?
Patience.
Beleza.
One's purpose here
Beleza.
today is
Por
to
que tá
meet
não
and
fechado
to
seu
greet.
vagabundo?
Nothing further. All shall be revealed before your very eyes when the time arrives. Traveler, you are one who has witnessed much of the culinary world. When the day comes, one would be most pleased to see you
Ah,
in
é, o cavalo tá em
attendance,
casa.
offering
Verdade.
your most vociferous ovations.
Ah, não, mas não precisa. Ah, tudo bem, não precisa.
Oh, so we're officially invited?
Nossa, eu tava pensando em fazer aqui, mas eu achei que era
That
planície.
which is implicitly understood
e
needs
agora?
not be made explicit, let alone official.
Uma hora vai ter que ser as florestas.
I shall say no more and dwell here no longer. Await my word. Be there or beware.
Na teoria eu tinha que construir aqui, mas meu amigo. Ah, vou desmontar já.
Shows up.
Isso, só pode
Wait,
desmontar.
not bird, Adeptus.
Ah, eu não quero destruir
Wait,
isso.
isn't she technically an illuminated bird though?
Ah, na
She
teoria eu vou
seems
fazer
like
aqui.
someone very prestigious and very talented at cooking. She definitely loves her food.
What are you all huddled together over here for? The Adeptus left already.
Yay, cooking's back!
Sorry I kept you waiting, Xiangling. This is the recipe from my grandfather's notes. They're not in the best condition, so rather than bring them out of the house, I just transcribed the recipe. Unfortunately, the texts my grandfather worked with were very old, usually faded, damaged, or both. some parts are missing from this recipe too. Do you think you'll still be able to work with it?
Oh, okay. Let me take a look. Give me some time. I need to look into it.
Sorry for the trouble.
Oh, you're all here?
That voice sounds familiar.
Sorry to interrupt your conversation. I was in the area buying a few things, and I heard the disturbance, so I felt compelled to come take a look.
You mean Cloud Retainer? I saw her too. She just suddenly showed up right in the middle of the street. Whatever adeptal power that was, she certainly knows how to make an entrance.
Lady Kaching, you saw her too? Do you, have a moment? I need to discuss something with you.
What is it, Ganyu? Has something urgent come up while I've been out?
No, it's nothing work-related. I wanted to ask about, something personal. Is that okay?
A personal matter? Involving me? Surely I haven't done anything improper recently, have I?
Please, Lady Kaching? This is really important to me.
Oh, okay.
I noticed Cloud Retainer was here for quite a while. Did she say anything about... me? When I was young?
About your childhood? No, nothing at all.
What? Really? Thank goodness. I was getting really worried. Once she gets talking to people, she tends to go off on all sorts of tangents. So I was worried she might have bored you with some stories about me.
Meu Deus, um creeper
Your
do
name
lado do
didn't even come up,
depósito.
so you've nothing to
Tem
worry
dois, não,
about.
é só.
Kaching,
Realmente
how are
tem
you
dois, meu
not
Deus.
asking a bunch of questions right now? There's obviously some juicy gossip here. Aren't you curious to find out what it is?
Please, no, don't do that to me.
Of course not. Whatever it is, I'm not curious and I'm not going to ask. If Ganyu has a secret and she wishes to keep it that way, nobody should make it their business to try and get it out of her. That's just basic decency, is it not?
Yes, ma'am. Fine, I'll never bring it up again.
Kaching, thank you. You're so kind and considerate. I've always seen that in you.
What's that got to do with... Honestly. Go on, you should be getting back now.
Oh my, you're right. I should. Okay, everyone. Please excuse me. I should get back to work now. Take good care of Kaching for me.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
Don't worry, Ganyu. We will.
Thanks. Hope to see you again soon.
Just ignore her.
Hey, everyone. I just had an idea. It really occurred to me when that Adeptus showed up. Do you think the Stove God could be an Adeptus too? Ooh, could be.
I don't want to assert either way, but it seems highly likely.
In that case, we should go ask the Adepti about it. I think my master
Eles vão
might be able to
bosta.
help.
Master? You mean your teacher is an Adeptus?
Tá, eu preciso cozinhar
She's over at Eugene Terrace.
bastante
Come on, I'll
pedregulho.
introduce
Ainda
you.
bem que eu tenho. Deixa eu olhar essas kelpies.
Meu Deus, só vão atrás do jogo livre.
Ué? Estranho. Eu vou pintar todas essas de flores. Deve estar bom.
Nem.
Master! Oh,
Hello, Xiangling.
Madam Ping is Xiangling's master?
I did not expect that.
Master, how are you keeping these days? Are you well?
Oh, very well, thank you. What a surprise it is that you all had the time to come and visit me today.
Hello. Master, we came here because we
Eu
have a
realmente queria
question
fazer
for
esse jogo,
you.
mas principalmente
Did
do
you know about the stove god?
Villager.
Of course I know the Stove God.
Does this mean you know them personally?
Ah, I see. It's the Moon Chase Festival, isn't it? How interesting. So you
O
came to
temático vai
hear some
ser
stories about the Stove
carvão,
God.
né?
That's right. We're investigating something that happened recently.
I see. The great stone surfaces. And so you open an investigation. I must commend your guesswork this far. I did indeed know the Stove God of whom you speak, but it was a great many years ago. Moon Chase was originally a rite observed by the Adepti, not something in which the ordinary people of Liyue would ever partake. But over the years, they have sought to emulate it for themselves many times, giving rise to various festivals bearing the Moon Chase name. On nights when the moon shone bright, everybody would get together for joyful reunions. There would be fine food, fine wines, and choice teas. Later, Rex Lapis unified all of these various festivals under the Moon Chase name to honor an old friend of his. In short, the heavens were our witness as we vowed to the moon to come together in joyful solidarity, to remember the past and reflect upon the present. That is the meaning of the Moon Chase Festival.
Rex Lapis.
That friend made many contributions to Liyue, and Rex Lapis would not have them go unrecognized. Turning this season into a commemoration of his old friend was also a way to
Nem
honor
parece que é
that
Minecraft,
friendship.
velho.
I can only presume that the Stove God Festival was
Man,
one of the many
esse
subsumed
seria
into the
jogo.
Moon Chase Festival.
In the hands of Rex Lapis, our nation's traditions were faithfully upheld. It is to their detriment that we must now be the ones to inherit this duty.
Beleza, tô no fogo.
Ah, Kuching, I simply won't allow you to be so down on yourself. Nothing would delight Rex Lapis more than to know that those who follow in his footsteps continue to value these traditions and are working tirelessly to do them justice.
Thank you.
Lady Kuching.
Huh?
Lady Kuching. Lady Ningguang wishes to speak with you.
Ningguang's looking for me? Must be important. Please excuse me, everyone. If I'm not back soon, you'll find me at Ningguang's office.
Analog level. Isso dá.
There she goes. Kuching's a lot more serious when she's got her work face on.
Do you want to know who Rex Lapis's friend was?
Oh! Hi, my guys!
Yes, precisely. There are few genuine coincidences in the world. The story of the Lost Festival and the old friend are indeed one and the same. The Stove God was a good friend of mine, too. What a pity it is that the god is now gone both from the world and from people's memories.
How could that happen?
It is to everyone's regret that the Stove God passed. But gods cannot be fully destroyed, and we made a pact to wait until the land became fruitful once more. For perhaps the Stove God would then return, albeit in a new form.
Really? Master, you must miss the stove god a lot, right? From the way you talk about it all, it sounds like you're the best of friends.
Yes. Thinking back on it all, there are many fond memories. I'm pleasantly surprised to find that Kuching is investigating this She is a tenacious child, and anything she sets her mind to, she will diligently pursue. It warms my heart and makes me want to give her a helping hand. Unfortunately, however, I cannot simply give her the answer, for the process is of great importance to her. Kuching's grandfather once researched the stove god, and now she follows in his footsteps. Since Kuching has inherited this conundrum, so too she must inherit the journey to its resolution.
You knew Kuching's grandpa?
Of course, I count all the people of Liyue among my good friends. I remember when he was the same age as Kuching is now. So young. Grandparent and grandchild are definitely made from the same mold. Both diligent
Nunca
enough to
gostei
take on
muito grande,
anything and
sinceramente.
bold enough to
Eu acho
see
que
it through to the end. I like to think of Liyue as my own little potted plant. I've watched it grow and blossom, and it grows more beautiful all the time. In the blink of an eye, the buds of yesterday are in full bloom today. It's wonderful to see. For new blossoms must bloom on the branches if the tree is to remain evergreen and ever young. My dears, you are absolutely right to focus your investigation on the stone. It is, as you suppose, the lost statue of the stove god, and within it lie all the answers that you seek. I should like to see the stone for myself if you would lead me to it. Perhaps the truth will emerge even as we watch on.
You're all here. I was just about to send someone to fetch you.
Kuching, has the stone undergone any changes?
A crack has appeared in one corner, but we still can't tell what's inside.
What happened? Did someone chip it while no one else was looking?
More likely a natural occurrence. Our weapons have had no effect on it.
How would a natural occurrence crack it open?
This is because the stove god draws power from the actions of the masses. The heat of a busy kitchen, the joy of a reunion. Keep up the good work, and the truth will rise to the surface soon enough.
All the books say the stove god is the deity of food. So is the stone opening up because everyone's cooking for the festival?
Statues draw power from their people. So, if the stove god has dominion over cooking, could it be that the passion people put into their cooking gives power to the stove god? Ningguang and I chose Feast of the Bounteous Land as this year's theme, and now every chef signed up for the competition is busy preparing. Paimon's theory is not an unreasonable one.
Plus, a lot of families have reunion feasts around this time. With everyone back home, the whole city's bustling with people, and that adds a lot to the festive atmosphere. So if the stone cracked because Leah has started getting festive, that must mean that when the festive fever peaks, it'll bust right open, right? That's gotta be it, right, Master?
Well, we'll have to see then, won't we?
Okay, the fact that cooking is involved gives us a perfect opportunity. The selection phase of Masterful Chefs will be held indoors and seen by only a few people. The finals will be held outside in public. Everyone who wants to will be able to come and watch it. The atmosphere will be incredibly lively, no question.
And when the finals end, boom! We'll get to see who the stove god really is, right?
It's definitely a possibility.
Well, I've already signed up, so I should be able to help.
Yes, for a chef as accomplished as yourself, getting to the finals should be a breeze.
All this talk of cooking competitions is making Paimon hungry. Oh, Paimon can't wait! It'd be great if Paimon could take a nap and then wake up when it's the finals.
O que você me fala que o Eduardo vai fazer um galpão. Não vai ser tão grande, tá tranquilo.
Eu vou parar